Привет всем. Digital Duo с вами. Меня зовут Лили. И посмотрите на это. Мы уже у врат Балдура. У-у-у-а-а-а. Ура, ура. И вот это вот все. Взяла с собой Джахейру, приодела ее немножко. Взяли еще с собой Карлушу. И оставили Гейла, потому что у всех у них в городе есть дела. Ну что, готовы? Пойдемте.
We must find where Gortash and Orrin have established themselves and take their nether stones.
Ну, мне, конечно, больше нравилось, когда он был в образе красавчика и говорил красивым голосом. Ну, что поделаешь. Ничего не вечно, ёпту.
That will fit in my pack.
Мы еще не во вратах Балдура, это только подход к городу. Но тут есть чем заняться.
Open up.
У меня говна всякого просто очень много. Блин, еще Гейлу перегрузку сделала. Черт.
Let's get going.
Кстати, у нас тут есть немножко почитать. Записка Вола, например, нашла ее в лагере. Тем, кто первыми найдет эту записку. К сожалению, вопрос критической важности потребовал моего срочного отбытия. Не то чтобы ваши различные злоключения были столь малозначительны сами по себе, но в любом случае дело мое слишком деликатно, чтобы доверить его суть пергаменту, поэтому я расскажу вам о нем, когда мы в следующий раз увидимся во вратах Балдура. Искренне ваш Валатамп Гедарм. Ок. Рисунок на этой скрижали был высечен с такой силой, что художник чуть не пробил скрижаль насквозь. В центре, в окружении разнообразных заклинаний и оружия, изображена одинокая фигура со склоненной головой и раскинутыми руками, за которой она прикована к двум скалам. Это принц Орфей. Скрижаль испещрена выветривающимися символами, поверх них начертан рисунок, на нем изображена армия тренирующихся бойцов. В центре города стоит командир, лицо его покрыто шрамами, глаза полыхают огнем. Высоко над ними небо расчерчивает комета. Это, видимо, босс. Символический рисунок, выгравированный поверх забытого текста. На нем изображены две фигуры. Одна грозная женщина царственного вида, второй дьявол с лукавой усмешкой на лице. Их руки встречаются, передавая друг другу артефакт, астральную призму. Может, это Влакит с кем-то договорилась? У всех жесткий перегруз. Кстати, надо вернуться в лагерь, кое-что спросить кое у кого.
Moving ahead.
О, еще и письмо от Арабеллы нашли. Но меня другое интересовало, конечно.
Let's have a look.
Ну ладно. Раз уж мы теперь в новом лагере, поболтаем со всеми. Чернила еще свежие, письмо выведено старательным детским почерком. Привет. Слушай, я многим тебе обязана. Во-первых, за то, что не пришлось любоваться на брюхо змеи изнутри. Во-вторых, за приют в твоем лагере. Ну и в-третьих, за маму с папой. Теперь я хотя бы знаю. Теперь я сама по себе, и костяной дяденька говорит, что так и надо. Говорит, пускай меня плетение ведет. А сейчас оно вроде как тянет меня к вратам Балдура. Вот туда я первым делом пойду. В общем, спасибо за все, я этого не забуду. Арабелла. Арабелла ушла в город. И Вола ушел.
Baldur's Gate at last. We should find Sharess's caress. Voss will be waiting.
Окей. О, Хальсон теперь тут живет, да?
Worms Crossing, the gaping maw of the city. Nature has little control over what happens beyond that bridge. I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations, but honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seemed my... What would you like to know? Anytime.
Что бы тебе хотелось узнать? Да, в общем-то, пока что ничего. Отстань.
Soldier, this is it. We're almost to the city. First through Worms Crossing, then on to the lower city. Oh, it smells the exact same. 10 years on, but still home. Incredible.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worms Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in.
Мне кажется, или у Джахейры волосы как будто стали более блондинистыми и светлыми. Она же была седой. Что случилось? Кто ее покрасить уже успел?
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Трэш.
Worms Crossing, the welcome mat of Baldur's Gate. This is it. I'm almost home. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. It's something of a gamble, true, but if I can win, if I can beat him, it would be worth any risk. So yes, I do worry about facing him. But if we can get his attention, finding the ritual's location will be much easier, and that could give me the edge I need.
I need a moment for the two of us.
Incredible to be back. My home. My city. Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of law, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving.
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Keeping very well, I hope? I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. When an emissary of Selûne came, this was lucky for... I understand. Then, next he told I found... he's gone now. Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies for life.
Unnerving though it is, the Emperor is the reason we have made it this far. And if the Gith Prince is suffering... Yes. I only know it through history books and hearsay. A city of murder and grief. I expect it will live up to its legend. You have never visited? Most likely. I am a Bainray, born into the city's most ancient and powerful house. My life was one of privilege and danger. Like you, I lived in Kuelarzul, high above the city's sprawl. I enjoyed every luxury, whether harvested in the Underdark or stolen from the surface. And I survived my first assassination attempt while I still suckled at my mother's breast. I tasted her blood that day. She covered my body with her own, and a blade bit deep into her chest, almost puncturing her heart. When I came of age, she tried to take my life herself. And I gave her fresh scars to match those she earned protecting me. I expect so. If the world were to end, I think my mother would survive to rule over the ruins. Yes. My house trained me to be a soldier in Loth's service, and my mother showed me how to survive the perils of society. She taught me to be resilient, and to guard my heart from those who cannot be trusted, literally and figuratively. When I choose to let somebody close, I do not do so lightly. That gives a great depth of meaning to the bonds I do share. A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind? She is intelligent, strong, and capable as both a leader and a fighter. An impressive woman. It is a shame that she devotes all of her talents and experience to the futile cause of the Harpers. Their devotion to preserving balance is pathetic. It is precisely because they are perceived as good that they are so dangerous. Their intentions do more harm to the world than any warmonger could.
Civilization beckons at last. It's no Waterdeep, but Baldur's Gate is a respectable runner-up. Or at least a close third.
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? The girl has left to hew her own path. She left behind a letter, as thou dost know. Hast thou other business?
Все, со всеми поговорили.
What's this? On my way.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. Jenna! My cat is Grub. He's shy. I'm not. My mum is called Emery. She went to go get some herbs for her spots. She was sick, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. Guards blow like petards. They don't help us. Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Such authority. Boots worn through. Unclaimed, I'm sure.
Welcome to Rivington, South Coast Way, North Worms Crossing.
Do you know where we're going? What kind of inn is it? Will there be feather beds?
Can't talk. I'm sorry. The little one needs all of my attention.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
The smallest of small talk.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened.
A little more than that. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city.
Taking a look. unseen.
Лечилка-то нам нужна. Ну, блядь, что выбросить? Кстати, Джахейре надо лук или арбалет. Я научила ее стрелять. Потому что она за 124 года не научилась. Ну-ка, умеет Джахейра стрелять? Умеет. Надо говно пойти все-таки это продать. Хорошее место тут, лечилки прям.
No passage this way, I'm afraid. Turn back. It's for your own good.
О! Опять трясучка. Лошары, все лошары.
Pardon if my eyes are all saucer-like. I didn't realize Baldur's Gate was so big. You can say that again. So many pockets to pick. Wait, I know you. You're the reason some of us got here in one piece. Thanks. And you're in luck, because we're having a special sale on some of the choice items I picked up on our way here. Fancy stuff. Want to see? Would I tried to fool a sharpie like you, have a look.
Вот я тебе и говнеца еще нанесла всякого.
From trapped chests.
I've got a long road ahead.
Oh, hi! If you're here to save me again, I don't really need to be saved right now. Good thing, huh? Bye.
Pardon if my eyes are all saucer-like. I didn't realize Baldur's Gate was so big. Dangerous? Oh, it's a gold mine. So many pockets to pick. Wait, and you're in luck.
Something good here, I hope. How much farther can I go?
I took you for one of them for a moment. The refugees, that is. You're a recent arrival for sure, still bearing dust from the road. But you have something they lack. Dignity. These wretches have nowhere to call home, nothing to live off but what they carry, and nobody to help them but themselves. And me, of course. Me? I lighten their load. You'd be shocked by the sort of things they bring with them. Gold and jewels, they can't easily exchange. Heirlooms, rarities, sentimental items, even cremation urns. Alas, you can't eat grandmother's ashes, nor can you easily trade a golden candelabra for a bowl of soup. That is where I come in. Liquidity. Their heirlooms for my gold. Difficult to get a good day's trade done when I'm expected to keep watch for Shadowheart at the same time. Who knows when she'll finally turn.
Ах ты сука какая!
There is an enterprise within the city that I help to support. I know I said I wasn't given to charity, but this place is dear to my heart. I'd tell you more, but they value discretion above all, as do I.
Козлина, Шэдоухарт он ищет. Смотри-ка, что делает. Я тебе... Туды-сюды, кырды-мырды вообще. Да, блядь. Сука, вот этот интерфейс продажи бесит меня.
You're like a dog with a bone, aren't you? Perhaps you are cannier than I first gave credit to be. I have some very special wares reserved for exclusive clientele. But I think you've earned repeat. Trade secrets. But I can guarantee you that nothing I have to offer was stolen. It was all given happily and willingly. Every last item. Welcome. You see to peruse the special goods, I take it.
Мы не будем ему Shadow Heart выдавать. Я вообще даже мимо него прошла. Не видела ни разу. В первый раз увидела.
Gods. Not another protester. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my plate with these mewling geese.
Aldarians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Ah, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in. Soon, there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians.
Попизди мне тут.
Oh, my apologies. Now I hear you speak, I, of course, realise you're alone. Another bleeding heart. Piss off and take it elsewhere.
Between you and me, I don't think there are enough flaming fists here for these refugees. Oh, no. You misunderstand. I mean, anyone could be among these refugees. Us Baldurians can't feel safe with so many of them roaming about without proper supervision.
Let's hope Archduke Gortash can make a difference.
Very well.
You see them over there? Refugees? Ha! Naught but a cover. I know what they really
Ну кто?
Dyed-in-the-wool agents of the Absolute. Mark my words. There's probably only a handful of rotten apples among them. Or, you know what they say about rot? It spreads quickly. Ruins the whole bunch.
Don't pay me any mind now. I'm just trying to make sure everyone gets fed.
Lord on the rack, give me patience. These protesters keep harassing the refugees. It's horrid. I just hope the Ilmater Temple opens up aid again soon. We need their help here.
I'm busy. Mind your own.
Бе-бе-бе.
To be fair, for a miserable collection of shabby hovels jam-packed with wretched refugees, this place isn't bad at all.
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really. It was a lonely road getting here through those abandoned farmlands, and I'm a sociable sort.
heads will roll for this. This transgression, this injustice. Oh, you poor, naive soul. Let me tell you a story. A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what do? Well, I was gonna sell the finest alchemical tinkerings the gate had ever seen, but the bureaucrats had other ideas. They talked some absolute horse bollocks about papers and correct filing procedures and threw me in this slum. I should be loins deep in Chares's caress by now, not waddling about in filth.
We've got to get Grunch into the city, but he's in no shape to travel. I wonder, what if we hit him in a big barrel and nailed it shut? Nah. Don't know how we're gonna get Grunch into the city, wounded as he is, but we have to.
Whatever you need, I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why.
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently. Shh, not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends. And I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more.
God, camping with the mother-in-law has been utter hell. Maybe I should just go on ahead into the city without her. Scouting, like.
Actually got here safely. Towing along my wife's sister and mother. Or maybe they towed me along, eh?
My son Garen is pleased we got this far together. But his wife's bitching is making me old before my time. Why can't he tell her to put a sock in it?
Can't stand her, can't stand her, can't stand her! My sister-in-law. All law and no sister.
They got me signed up to learn to make pots, which is dumb. I'd rather learn how to kill cultists. And I bet you'd back me up on that. I'm really worried about Umi.
What a sad situation. The once proud tieflings of Elturel, reduced to beggars.
So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say. It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most. I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him.
We made it through hell, twice. I know now that as long as Danis and I stick together, we can do anything.
We made it alive to Baldur's Gate. Almost, anyway. But I can't complain. When I look at Bex and realize she's safe,
It's hard not to weep from joy.
Washing my pits, this is the song when I... Aye! Gonna blood not get any bleeding privacy around here. Bunch of perverts, the lot of you.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? Of course not. But most folk appreciate a kind word these days. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. I've been asking myself the same question. I wouldn't be the first to interfere. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. I knew you'd feel the same way. People here have gone soft, living behind the city walls, forgotten what it's like to live one day from destruction. I say we march round there and slit a few bellies, remind them how much worse things could be. What do you say? Why does it matter? Innocence makes the blood run clearer.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's throne. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orrin is watching.
Is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
I apologize for my husband and his obsession with that bloody dog.
What was that, my dear?
Nothing, darling.
No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy.
Whatever the dog thinks, being here is much better than being out there.
Right, my dear?
Well, the children can be a touch grabby, but yes, you're quite right, my darling. War is no place for a precious little baby like Biscotti after all.
Oh, gods! Are they gonna see it? What happens if they don't see it? Fetch! Oh, gods, no! No, no! No, that just won't do. Look, I know you're not gonna see it, so you might as well be on your way. Emma, oh goodness, you said it! Wondrous day! I am a good dog. You can come back. I like you.